Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land, Jake of the One-Man Band is back again. And we are finally here, my friends, the next visual novel, Eden. They were only two on the planet. Now, there's no music playing right now, but that will change as soon as I start up the game. Now, another thing I want to tell you guys is that during this game, the actual characters, they are voiced, and they're voiced in Japanese. So I'm going to play the first game, I'm going to play the first part of this series with the voices on, and then the second part with the voices off. And then I'm going to let you guys decide whether you want them on or you want them off. But I'm still going to read what they actually say most of the time. So, let's get started with Eden. New game. What awaits us? What's going on? Is that rain? I mustn't stop. I told myself over and over. It looks like we're digging with our hands. Whatever I want, whether I wanted it or not, my heart would leap to the past if I stopped, even for a second. My memories were gentle, beloved, beautiful, and suffocating. If I were to immerse myself in them even once, I might even be able to pull back. Oh no, stop scrolling! That is why I had to keep my hands moving. It's like scrolling by itself. I don't think it's going to do this. I thought of nothing as my fingers tore into the gaping hole in the ground before me. I thought of nothing, except the hole. But it was futile, or futile. My heart leapt. Don't you hate it when that happens, when your heart leaps? What crossed my mind was but a mere ordinary day. What kind? On the day, she what? Sky! Oh yeah, see now I control this text scrolling. So, she stood in the wind. That's hard to do. I mean, is she floating or what? Oh, I gotta press enter. She walked silently across the light green carpet and ascended that gentle incline. Her long hair fluttered in the wind, which carried a touch of humidity. I walked behind her, close enough that her hair might even touch my hand if I reached out. So that's either you're really close or she has really long hair, and given that it's anime, it can be either. I was careful not to disturb her while she basked in the sunlight. The fragrance of the grass and the song of the trees swaying in the breeze wafted all around us. Suddenly, a clear, high-pitched sound like a whistle echoed nearby. Ah. Shion? I think it's Shion. That may not be the case, but Shion halted and looked up at the sky. Is the sky whistling again? In the distance, a white bird danced above the deep blue sky. It circled repeatedly, as though searching for something. Little by little, it flew higher, until its figure disappeared in the distance. She dashed. You can't catch a bird, it flies! Her steps were light, as though she wouldn't allow herself to feel the weight of her body, just like that bird. I hurried after her. Wait.
Shion.
It is Shion! Yeah, I got it! High five! Bam! Yeah. And we are Rio, it looks like it. Rio de Janeiro! She might not have heard me. Once she began to run, she would not relent. Well then catch her! She was chasing that bird, now no more than a dot in the sky, as far as she could. However, cruelty enough, the path ended. Damn you, cliffs! But look at that view! Mwah! Mwah! It's beautiful! She stood exhausted at the peak of the hill. The sight of the hazy mountains ridge with the lakes stretching below it shimmering in the distance. It flew away. Yeah, birds do that. The bird was nowhere to be seen. It's probably going to the lake. It looked like a water bird of some kind. Sean was panting. Not planting! What are you doing planting here? There's no garden! It's funny because the game's name is Eden. I made it funny. But continued to gaze at the sky. That bird. I wonder where that bird is headed. Who knows? Probably just going crazy. I shook my head gently. So are we gonna see the characters anytime soon? I'm hoping so. All we're getting is scenery and sky and... What's that? It can go wherever it wants. It can go wherever it wants, because it can fly. Oh, there she is! Oh, she's so cute! Anywhere, as long as there's a sky. And some ground to land on every once in a while. Oh, and oh, it's like moving scenery! Background, it's awesome! She tilted her head as a faint sigh crept onto her face. The girl in her one-piece dress smiled amidst the endless green expanse. I felt like I had detached from reality, like I was wandering into a fairy tale. Is she the princess? That would be nice. Her eyes looked once more to the sky. You want to fly really bad, don't you? It's shining especially strongly again today. What, the sun? Is that? The sun's bigger! The sun, the sky, the clouds, and a ominously red solitary star shone in the sky. She stared so intently onto. Don't stare at the sun! It's bad for you! As long as that star was in the sky, this fairy tale would not have a happy end. So is that our star? Like, our solar system star? Or is that another one? Because I know that there's some form of apocalyptic scenario that's going to happen in this story. Because I read the summary. Not the summary, but it's like the thing that sold you the game. Like, the synopsis. There's a word. That star which glimmered even midday as a symbol of destruction that would arrive in the not-so-distant future. We're all gonna die. Great way to start our game, guys! However, there's still time. We have a space program! It's like that poster. Asteroids, the universe's way of saying, how's your space program going? And it shows an asteroid plowing into the Earth and a rocket leaving. Only this time it's the sun. The world hasn't ended yet, right? Yeah. Yeah! Totally guessed it. It seemed to me as if she paused a moment before nodding. Shion undoubtedly understood much more about the world than I did. She likely knew many things she did not need to know as well.
Shion.
Hey, Shion. Tell me something. Will the world truly end? Why are you asking, like, the young girl this? Yes, it will. This time she nodded without a moment's hesitation. Well, thanks! But it is only fun to live in the present because you know there will be an end. Yeah, that is true. A thing isn't beautiful because it lasts forever. Both you and my life here taught me that. Right, Ryo? I stopped breathing for an instant. Her smile was beautiful. Then kiss it! Let's just get this out of the way. Let's get the awkward romantic storyline out of the way. Just kiss her! That expression, those words, I couldn't sense an ounce of regret or doubt. I said something like that. I managed to calm my heart and say it as bluntly as possible. Even if you forget, I will not. I will absolutely never forget. Well, it won't matter because we'll all be dead. But, you know. Her gaze rose to the sky again. Just a little longer. How much time do we have? Tell me. She looked like a saint offering a prayer to the heavens. I want to be beneath this sky and these clouds just for a little longer. She gazed longingly into the endless distance. Such a simple wish. Just to be around. I'll grant it. How are you gonna save the world? That was my purpose, after all. To save the world? Real? Yes? I want to be here. Here with you. Oh, see! Love stories already! Yay! Yay! I'm happy. Yeah, well, the world's gonna end, so either we gotta fix that, or, you know, something. And it just fades to white. Well, okay. Leaves! With dew. We return to the field at the end of our post-launch walk. Post-launch. After launch walk? Oh, lunch, not launch. What am I thinking? I'm still on the space program thing. I'm still thinking about that, but you know what? But post-lunch, that's also good. The temperature rose just a little, so I told Sean that she should go back to the house. There's nothing for me to do if I go back. Oh yeah, but it's getting hot and you have the big dress on, and then you're gonna get all sweaty and I'm gonna have to carry you back. And nobody wants that. Don't treat me like a guest. Even I could be of some use. If she put it that way, I couldn't stop her. Ooh! Eggplants and tomatoes and whatever that center one is, I don't rightly know. Speaking of which, she had been picking the, auxiliary buds? From the tomatoes, yes! For a while now. I didn't think it was a job that required such concentration. What is it? Is there a bug? I'll kill it. I stopped digging. Oh, it's potatoes! I love the potatoes. I stopped digging in the potato field at the sound of her tiny shriek. Sean, what's wrong? I stood up and rushed to her side. It was an earthworm. You want me to kill it? I stared at her silently. But they're grotesque no matter how many times I see them. Well, yeah, that's pretty much true. She was sheltered to such a extreme that she had almost never came into contact with them before. Ah, I see. She's one of those people who's shut in. But hey, in this day and age, you got books, you got the internet, you can still learn a lot about the world, but you can't really experience it much, but... so I'm gonna move on now. It wasn't just earthworms. She had only ever seen insects in encyclopedias. Shouldn't you be used to them by now? You've been working in the field for 2 months already. Yeah, come on! Hello, girl! Yeah? She was a little disheartened. Perhaps I had teased her too much. Aw, Sean. Oh, yes? Catch that earthworm and put it in a plastic bag or something. That way we can kill it later. While you're at it, see if there are any more. More earthworms? Are we going to eat them? Yes! Definitely yes! We're not going to eat them. We'll go fishing this evening and use them as bait! That's even better, because that way we'll get fish! Fish! Use these living creatures? Yes! She seems to be experiencing some culture shock. I never get tired of watching her. Oh, you innocent little naive girl. You're so cute. The previously dignified Sean was fine, but I couldn't help but be amused by the way she gushed, not grossed. I thought it was going to be grossed out over, but gushed over everything she saw like a child. Oh, well, it's cool to have that childlike wonder of things. Okay, I'll do my best to try to collect some. Yeah, go for it. What? What is it? Leaves again? She gazed to where the potatoes were planted. The potatoes. They're really spreading their leaves. Yeah, looks like we'll be able to harvest them soon. I took a quick look under the soil, and they seem to be doing well. Okay, so already I'm experiencing that like the talking is kind of getting in the way of my talking. So, you know, maybe them not talking would be best, or maybe if I just turn their talking way down. Once again, I'll let you guys see what would be the best option, or tell me what's the best option for you guys. But let's move on. Wait just a second. I just realized it's only been about 30 days since we planted the potato seeds. Why have they grown so much? Hormones. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know. Volcanic oil! Not oil, soil! It's because they're genetically modified! All those pesky genetic modifiers with their lab coats. They were engineered for cultivation on the colony ships. Yep, see? Colony ships? I was on the right path when I thought it was post-launch. Space and energy are limited on the ships, so seeds which could grow and thrive even with limited nourishment were created. You want potatoes, wheat, and corn. Wheat and corn, I'm very sure will grow pretty much anywhere. Mostly corn, though. So, these are those potatoos. She gave a small nod. There are resilient seeds that can be harvested in a short period of time and can grow in extreme conditions, like deserts or Siberia. Holy crap! If you could get potatoes to grow in Siberia, they wouldn't have to worry about potato famines no more! They wouldn't have to worry about food no more! And that's good! You know, one less thing. Then they just have to worry about the bears, and the cold, and the other stuff that you deal with in Siberia. Shion, why do you know so much about them? Because she's a shut-in child and she reads everything? I'm the one who modified their genes. Why? You don't look old enough to be a scientific genetic modifier. You silly child. I've done eggplants, tomatoes, cucumbers, radishes, carrots, celery. Celery! I don't like celery. Nobody likes celery! So I didn't actually want to modify it. I would have rather exterminated it. Get rid of all celery. Haha! Those people who want celery in their tuna and their salad shall never have it again. If I wasn't mistaken, she was a mechanical engineer. Why was she working on those sort of things? Maybe because she's just smarter than you. I thought she was virtually helpless when it came to fieldwork and agriculture. But clearly I was mistaken. I'll try to collect some earthworms, but she peered into my eyes. But I'm not very amused. It's not very amusing to just collect bait. So, teach me how to fish. Well, okay, I'll teach you how to fish. Sure. Thanks, Ro. It sounds like she's saying Ro, not like Ryu or Ryu. It's just Ro. Is that our house? Evening came and we returned to our cottage. Of course, we had to eat after that manual labor, but there was something else we had to do first. We had to fish. Oh, it looks so nice. We got a radio and books, plant, picture, table. We got all we need. All we need is a stove and some covers, and we're fine. We left today's harvest in the kitchen, and we went into the living room, and I went into the living room with Shion. Alright, Shion, let's start. What are we starting? Yes. She nodded. Oh, it's even now that they move and stuff. This is so much. This is so cool. She nodded obediently and took her seat. I examined the lining of her eyes and the hue of the inside of her mouth and confirmed nothing was particularly out of ordinary. Okay, I took her pulse and blood pressure and then her temperature. Nothing seemed peculiar here either. Or either. That was like a combination of either and either. I couldn't decide which I wanted to go with. Why are we examining her? Do you feel strange at all? I bet she feels strange because you're examining her like a medical person. You asked me that this morning. This morning was this morning. Now is now. Listen to me, woman! I'm fine. I would tell you if anything were wrong. I wouldn't hide it. You seem like you're pushing yourself. I can't be too careful. Aw, your little mouth is moving. It's so cute. I didn't intend to cover anything up either. How regrettable. In that case, would you like to do a complete physical? You might want to use the stethoscope as well. Why is your heart kind of palpitations? Having said that, she suddenly reached for the shoulder of her dress. Wait! Hey! First episode, girl! First episode! Let's not jump there yet! Please! It's so you. It's so you'll trust me. You'll believe me once you've done a thorough examination. Alright. I get it. I surrender. Just don't... At least wait until we're a little bit into the story. Please, that's the only thing I ask for. Surrender? Yes. She removed her hand from her shoulder. Yes! Thank you, God! And tilted her head curiously. You mean like I do? Tilt her head? Good grief, this was why I couldn't deal with airheads. She doesn't seem like an airhead, but her expression stiffened. If you must worry, then I'll accept any sort of examination. I could see a tinge of red in her face. Of course, it probably wasn't because of her poor health. It was because she was just, you know, the hormones urging. Just how much of it was because she was naive, and how much was intentional. Well, it's not like I am holding back or anything. Holding back? I mean, in the military, I only dabbled in basic field medicine. So we're in the military, I'm guessing. In reality, I wasn't capable of making a genuine diagnosis. Well, why not? Well, I guess... Okay, so if he was trained in just basic medical whatever, I'm not sure if they do that nowadays, but I know that it's like, if you're trained to be a medic, you get like instant doctorification or something like that. I don't know, things may have changed, or I could be like talking out my butt or something, I don't know. The best I could do was follow Alicia's notes and perform a layman's inspection. I don't see anything out of the ordinary, so I'll just say you're fine. Shall we make dinner? Let's change the subject, walking away. Yes. She nodded with a smile, her cheeks still a faint blush. Oh, we're sitting at the table! Thinly sliced ham, lettuce between bread, vegetable soup, and a lightly seasoned foiled roasted salmon. Damn it, that sounds like the best dinner ever! I want it right now. Tonight's dinner was modest, but Shion enjoyed it all the same. She was smiling from finish to start. We finished it first, and then we got to starting it. That was delicious. You're really good at cooking. Wow, yeah, no, it's just something I learned when I was in the military. Why, thank you. I was a little embarrassed to be praised by someone sitting right in front of me. I placed some after-dinner tea before her, because tea makes everything better. It's like coffee, only better for you. I set down my shame and sat on the other side of the table. So, they say blow in Japan like who? 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 Whew. Shion's tongue is a little sensitive, so she blew on the steaming drink to cool it down. I could have just brewed it cooler to begin with, but I was assuming... it was amusing to watch her do this. Plus, I want hot tea. It was a guilty pleasure of mine. You like watching her go, whoo. That ain't bad at all. That ain't weird. What are you looking at? Nothing! Cock tease. Oh, nothing at all. Although Shion looks suspicious, her attention quickly returned to her cup. Today? Yes? Today was fun. I really can't believe I'm able to spend my time like this. Well, I'm an awesome guy. Our days were uneventful. We mostly spent our time working from dawn till dusk. Not dusk till dawn, that would be in the night, you silly. In order to keep food on the table. And what's wrong with that? Manual hard labor in the sun all day. What is wrong with that? I would love to have that kind of life. Of course, I probably wouldn't be doing this, but then again, if I was doing that, then I probably wouldn't have the opportunity to do this, but I like entertaining you guys, but I would also like if I had maybe a god in one day. But she considers such a mundane, everyday life fun? What's wrong with being an everyday life? Everyday life is fun. I couldn't help but feel a little sad. Girl, I'm taking you to an arcade sometime. Well then, may I get in the bath first? Of course you can. I'll clean up dinner. You go bathe thine self. Then... She was about to stand, but suddenly stopped. Yeah, you haven't even finished your tea yet. And your cup! Look, it has cats on it! Cats! Real? What's wrong? Why don't we get in together once in a while? Because it's awkward! That's why! Taken aback by such things, I nearly dropped my cup and quickly began chugging the very hot tea. Hey now, what in the world are you saying, my little munchkin? I'm not used to bathing by myself. Well, you'll have to take that up with your other bathing partners, cause me, well, I like... she certainly wasn't your ordinary shut-in. Don't worry about it. Just hurry up. Don't worry about it. But it's quite difficult to wash my back and hair by myself. Well, you get the back scrubber thing. And, well, long hair. I've never had to deal with, like, waist-long hair, so... cut your hair shorter. Just do your best to clean yourself alone. You need to learn these things. Now, I got nothing against bathing with you. As a matter of fact, I think it'd be a nice gesture. But you need to learn how to clean yourself. I mean, what happens on the day that I'm not here? Then how will you do such things? Teach a man to fish. I mean, we were... You're so cold. Hey. No. I'm just being realistic. She left the living room, sounding disappointed. What a troublesome girl. But for the two of us to live together like this, and for me to be willing to wait on her, was this sort of thing inevitable? Probably. I'd see it. Radio! What about my own feelings? How do I feel about her? That's why we're playing the game, because we're gonna find out. When she says or does something provocative, when she says or does such provocative things so innocently, I feel like the cage around my heart is falling apart. Build up that cage, man. Although this probably wasn't a bad thing. Oh, no, you're just getting to know her. It's fine. Not in the slightest. But that radio, though. I wanted to check out that radio. And I watch you when you sleep! Alrighty, you guys. But I believe right now is a good time to end this episode. Oh my gosh, this game is much better than I was hoping for. It's so cool. It's so cute. It's so beautiful. I'm loving it. Okay, so, how do I, is there like a... I'm trying to find like the... Oh, okay, so I'll just do all this stuff. Okay, so, anyway. No, go back. Go back. Yes. No. There. Yes, good. Okay. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of Eden. I'm going to enjoy this. I can already tell. And I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Be sure to like and favorite if you enjoyed. Subscribe, of course. You know, comment if you feel inclined to. I love to read your guys' comments. And be sure to tell me if you want me to get rid of the speech, or if you just want me to turn it down, or if you want me to keep it the way it is. I mean, I'm going to be experimenting with it these first few episodes. So, be a good person, tip your waitresses, keep moving forward, and as Jake the One-Man Band, I strive to entertain you in more ways than one, and I hope that I've done that with this game. This game is amazing. I'll see you next time. Yeah!